In the spotlight tonight is Justin Beattie from Helensburgh, a chief engineering technician, and his specialist subject is the life and work of Hunter S. Thompson. Neil O'Donovan from York, a mathematics master whose subject is Gerry Anderson's Thunderbirds. Colin Daffern from Salford, a civil servant, and his subject is Kenneth Williams. And Sean Carey from Middlesex, a financial services manager, who's going to answer questions on the Oscars. Welcome to Mastermind. I'm John Humphreys, and it's time once again to invite 4 new contenders into the spotlight and into that infamous black chair. A simple formula, 2 sets of questions and 2 minutes to answer each. And the winner goes through to our next round. So let's have our first contender, please. And your name is?
Justin Beattie.
Your occupation?
I'm a chief engineering technician in the Royal Navy.
And your chosen subject?
The life and work of Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson in 2 minutes. Thompson's article Fear and Loathing in Washington, The Boys in the Bag, was originally published in which magazine in July 1974?
Rolling Stone.
Correct. In which city in Indiana did he marry Sandra Dawn Conklin in 1963?
Pass.
In 1970, Thompson's report on which race for Scanlan's Monthly marked the first appearance of his gonzo journalism?
The Kentucky Derby.
Yes, whom did he describe as a man with no soul, no inner convictions, with the integrity of a hyena and the style of a poisoned toad?
Richard Nixon.
Yes, in Gary Trudeau's Doonesbury cartoon strip, which character's based on Thompson?
Uncle Duke.
Yes, Thompson travelled to which African city to watch the Ali Foreman heavyweight championship fight in 1974, although he failed to write a report?
Kinshasa.
Yes, in the opening chapter of Generation of Swine, whom does Thompson take to the picture machine tattoo parlour, where she gets a tattoo of a panther between her shoulder blades?
Pass.
For which political post did he stand in Aspen, Colorado in 1970, representing the Freak Power Party?
Sheriff.
Yes. What was the name of the editor of The Nation who commissioned him to write about the Hells Angels motorcycle gang in San Francisco?
Pass.
According to Thompson, when the going gets weird, the weird turn what?
Pro.
Yes. In Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, what's the name of the hotel at which Thompson and his attorney stayed during their first trip to Vegas?
The Sands.
The Mint. On which Warren Zevon album is the song You're a Whole Different Person When You're Scared, a collaboration between Thompson and Zevon in 2002?
Pass.
About which book of articles from Rolling Stone did Wayne Booth of the Columbia Journalism Review write, if Thompson enters future histories, it'll be as an example of intellectual decline and fall?
Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail.
Yes. What was the name of Thompson's second wife, whom he married in 2003?
Anita.
Anita.
Pass.
Which book is dedicated to Nicole, my vampire in the Garden of Agony, and includes a chapter entitled The Death of Fun, Welcome to Little Rock?
Better Than Sex.
Yes. Thompson was posted to which Air Force base in 1956, started his career in journalism by writing for the base paper The Command Courier?
Eglin Air Force Base.
It was indeed Eglin, and you had 5 passes. It was Anita Baymunk, name of his second wife. My Rides Here was that Warren Zevon album. Carey McWilliams was the name of the editor of The Nation. Maria was the woman he took to the picture machine tattoo parlour, and Jeffersonville was the city where he married Sandra Dawn Conklin in 1963. 5 passes, Justin Beattie, 10 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Neil O'Donovan.
Your occupation?
Mathematics master.
And your chosen subject?
Gerry Anderson's Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds, in 2 minutes. The creators of the television series Thunderbirds based the face of Jeff Tracy's elder son, Scott, on which British actor?
Sean Connery.
Correct. Who composed and directed the music for the television series, including the theme tune and incidental music?
Barry Gray.
Yes. What's the name of the supervising special effects director who designed Thunderbirds 1 to 5 and went on to win an Oscar for his work on the film Superman?
Alan Patillo.
Derek Meddings. In Trapped in the Sky, the Hood puts Tintin's life at risk when he plants a bomb aboard Fireflash on its maiden flight from London to which city?
Tokyo.
Correct. Which actor who'd previously voiced characters such as Zuni in Fireball XL5 provided the voices of Brains, Kirano, Parker and Gordon Tracy?
David Graham.
Yes. Who takes Jeff, Tintin and Brains on a monorail journey that almost ends in tragedy in the episode Brink of Disaster?
Pass.
Who scripted half of the first 12 Thunderbirds episodes, including Pit of Peril, The Uninvited, Martian Invasion and City of Fire?
John Reed.
Alan Fennell. Virgil and Brains fly to which mountain aboard Thunderbird 2 with a powerful mobile transmitter, while Thunderbird 3 heads towards Sun Probe?
Mount Archon.
Correct. In the episode Atlantic Inferno, who pilots Thunderbird 1 when Jeff Tracy goes on holiday to Australia, leaving his son Scott in charge of international rescue?
Alan.
Yes. What's the name of Thunderbirds episode which was inspired by H.G. Wells' book The Food of the Gods and the film The Cat and the Canary?
Attack of the Alligators.
Yes. Who unusually both wrote and directed the two episodes Move and You're Dead and The Cham Cham?
Gerry Anderson.
Alan Patillo. The children in which hospital have toys dropped to them on Christmas Day in Give or Take a Million?
Pass.
The Ocean Pioneer 2 has a cargo of which highly combustible liquid in danger at Ocean Deep?
Asterine.
Yes. On the Skythrust airplane, what's the Hackenbacker device that's been devised by Brains and greatly reduces the risk of fire in an emergency landing?
Pass.
In Edge of Impact, what's the name of the laundry service written on the side of the Hood's vehicle?
North Pole.
Correct. In The Perils of Penelope, what drink is drugged and served to Lady Penelope at the Café at Atalante in Paris?
Is it coffee?
It's Pernod. According to Anderson, the creation of Thunderbirds was inspired by a long-running rescue operation in a coal mine in which country?
Japan.
Germany. You had 3 passes. An ejectable fuel pod was the clever device to get him out of trouble. The hospital where the toys were dropped was Coralville. And Warren Grafton took Jeff Tintin and Brains on that monorail journey. 3 passes, Neil O'Donovan, 9 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Colin Daffern.
Your occupation?
Civil servant.
And your chosen subject?
The life and career of Kenneth Williams.
Kenneth Williams in 2 minutes. Kenneth Williams' father ran what type of business? The family lived over the shop for some time.
The hairdressers.
Yes. What role did he play in the 54 production of Shaw's St. Joan at the Arts Theatre and again the following year at St. Martin's?
The Dauphin.
Yes. On Round the Horn, the ancient eccentric J. Peasmold Gruntfuttock wanted to work for the BBC so he could get his hands on which television presenter?
Judith Chalmers.
Yes. Which actress starred as Lady Cicely Wainfleet in the 71 London revival of Captain Brassbound's Conversion, in which Williams played Drinkwater?
Ingrid Bergman.
Yes. On which island did Williams holiday with his mother and his sister Pat when they accompanied Barbara Windsor and Ronnie Knight on their honeymoon?
Madeira.
Yes. What was the name of the toffee-nosed intellectual played by Williams in the first of the Carry On films, Carry On Sergeant?
James Burke.
Bailey. After the death of Kenneth Horne, Williams performed with Joan Sims and Hugh Paddock in which 1969 radio series its title was taken from one of Williams' catchphrases?
Stop messing about.
Yes. Which role did he play in the original unsuccessful version of Joe Orton's play Loot?
Inspector Truscott.
Correct. From 1957, Williams appeared with Maggie Smith in the review Share My Lettuce, who wrote the main part of the review and later became better known as the presenter of a long-running quiz programme.
Van McGascoigne.
Yes. Williams joined which organisation, the successor to ENSA, when his acting talent became apparent while he was serving in the Royal Engineers in the Far East?
Combined Services Entertainment.
Yes. What was the last phrase in Williams' diary indicating the pain he was in and the despair he felt?
Oh, what's the bloody point?
Yes. According to Williams' autobiography in 1948, which Scottish actor and comedian inspired him to give up his career as a draftsman and try to become a professional actor?
Stanley Baxter.
Yes. In his first appearance on Hancock's Half Hour, Williams exclaims that jelly has been thrown against the work of which artist?
Rembrandt.
Yes. Which playwright and composer wrote the songs that Williams recorded in September 64 for an album for HMV?
Noel Coward.
It was. What was the name of Williams' agent from 1951 who died in 79?
Peter Reid.
Yes. What generic name was given to Williams' nasal character in Hancock's Half Hour, whose catchphrase was "Stop messing about"?
Snide.
Yes. Which nude statue did he ask for as his luxury item when he appeared? I'll finish the question on Desert Island Discs with Roy Plumley.
Michelangelo's David.
It was indeed. No passes. Colin Daffern, 16 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Sean Carey,
Your occupation?
Financial Services Manager.
And your chosen subject?
The history of the Academy Awards.
The Oscars in 2 minutes. Who made the notorious boast the British are coming at the 1981 Academy Awards ceremony after receiving the Oscar for Best Screenplay for Chariots of Fire?
Colin Welland.
Yes, what was the name of the MGM art director who designed the Oscar statuette?
Alfred Newman.
Cedric Gibbons. Marisa Tomei won the award for Best Supporting Actress for which film in which she played Mona Lisa Vito, the girlfriend of an inept lawyer?
My Cousin Vinny.
Correct. Which 74-year-old became the oldest recipient of the Best Director award when he was honoured for the 2004 film $1 Million Baby?
Clint Eastwood.
Yes, at the 68 Academy Awards, what was the first film from the Soviet Union to win the award for Best Foreign Language Film?
Pass.
For which 88 film did Christopher Hampton win the award for Best Screenplay, having adapted his own stage play?
Dangerous Liaisons.
Yes, before the success of Chicago at the 2002 awards, what was the last film based on a stage musical to win the Oscar for Best Picture?
Oliver.
Yes, Rick Baker was the first recipient of which award for his work on the 81 film An American Werewolf in London?
Best Makeup.
Yes, after a lengthy career that had never included winning an Oscar, who was presented with an honorary award in 1980 and then won Best Actor the following year?
Paul Newman.
Henry Fonda. Barbara Streisand received a Best Actress award for Funny Girl and also won Best Original Song for which number from A Star Is Born?
Evergreen.
Yes, at the very first ceremony, which award was presented for the only time in the Academy's history? It was given to Louis Milestone for his work on Two Arabian Nights.
Title writing.
Best Director of a Comedy. During the 1990s, who won a Best Actress award, followed 3 years later by the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay?
Emma Thompson.
Correct. What's the English title of the Japanese film about a 10-year-old girl lost in a spirit world, which won the award for Best Animated Feature at the 2002 awards?
Swept Away.
Spirited Away. Robert Benigni won Best Actor in 1998 after directing himself in Life is Beautiful. Which other actor directed his own Oscar-winning performance in 1948?
Laurence Olivier.
Yes, who became the first person to win a Nobel Prize and an Oscar when he shared the 1938 award for Best Screenplay with Ian Dalrymple, Cecil Lewis and W.P. Lipscomb?
George Bernard Shaw.
Correct. Who won an Oscar for Best Original Song for Things Have Changed from the 2000 film Wonder Boys?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan. It was. You had just one pass, and that first film from the Soviet Union to win the award was War and Peace. Appropriately enough. One pass, Sean Carey, 11 points. So that's the first round done. Let's have a look at the scores. In fourth place with 9 points, Neil O'Donovan. Third place with 10 points, Justin Beattie. Second place with 11 points, Sean Carey. In the lead at the moment with 16 points, Colin Daffern. So it's the general knowledge round now, and if there's a tie at the end of it, the winner will be the person with the fewest passes. So let me ask Neil O'Donovan to join us again, if he would, please. And you were very specific that it be Gerry Anderson's Thunderbirds.
That's correct, yes, because there was a movie out 18 months ago, directed by Jonathan Frakes, which did little to advance the Thunderbirds legend,
Yes.
I felt.
Didn't somebody say the actors were more wooden than the puppets?
I think so. I think that said something about the craftsmanship of Gerry Anderson, though, the way he made his characters not just talk and walk, but you could actually believe in them. I mean, Parker was a very believable character. I think so.
You could just use people.
Yes, but perhaps it'd lose its charm if it did.
Right, well, you certainly know a lot about them. 9 points is what you've got so far. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. A statue commemorating which newspaper cartoonist in his hometown of Ipswich depicts Grandma Sickly, Vera and the Terrible Twins?
Pass.
Which of Jesus' 12 apostles was also known as Levi?
Andrew?
Matthew. In the mid-1850s, the inventor and engineer Sir Henry Bessemer developed the first process for cheaply manufacturing what on a large scale?
Hydrogen.
Steel. Who, as Larson E. Whipsnade in the film You Can't Cheat an Honest Man, said, "Some weasel took the cork out of my lunch"?
Groucho Marx.
W.C. Fields. Which former cabinet secretary published his report on the gathering of intelligence on Iraq's weapons of mass destruction in July 2004?
Pass.
Which Russian composer died on 5th of March 1953, just a few hours before Stalin?
Shostakovich.
Prokofiev. The milkiness of which gemstone is caused by minute silica spheres?
Opal.
Yes. What's the name of the bumbling prison warder played by Brian Wilde in the television series Porridge?
Mackay.
Mr. Barrowclough. Which daughter of the first Earl Rivers did Edward IV secretly marry in May 1464?
Pass.
Stott Hall Farm lies on a small island of land between the carriageways of which motorway its owner supposedly refused to move when it was built?
Pass.
The name of which rare earth element, atomic number 67, is derived from the Latin for Stockholm?
Erbium.
Holmium. Which of these centaurs in Greek mythology first taught the art of healing to Asclepius?
Pass.
Who immortalised the old vicarage Grantchester in a poem written in Berlin in May 1912?
Houseman.
Rupert Brooke. The brothers Charles and Maurice Saatchi, who made their names in advertising, were born in which Arab country?
Kuwait.
Iraq. Which discovery by the pathologist Karl Landsteiner has made blood transfusion a routine medical procedure?
Pass.
Which British dance band leader's signature tune was When Day Is Done?
Dorsey.
Bert Ambrose. The leaf stalks of which thistle-like southern European plant related to the artichoke and with the Latin name Cinmara cardunculus are eaten as a vegetable?
Rhubarb.
Close, but no banana, as they say. Cardoon is the answer to that. 6 passes. Blood group was the great discovery. Chiron is the centaur I was looking for. The M62, where that stubborn bloke refused to give way, the farmer. Elizabeth Woodville was the daughter of the first Earl Rivers, whom Edward IV married. Lord Butler held that inquiry into weapons of mass destruction, as of course you remember. And Giles was the famous cartoonist, created Grandma and Sickly Vera and all those wonderful characters. 6 passes, Neil O'Donovan, a total of 10 points. And now Justin Beattie, please. And what is it about the appalling, in some respects, Hunter S. Thompson that appeals to you?
I don't know. He's completely subversive and a very new form of journalism.
Gonzo journalism.
Gonzo journalism would have been sort of contemporary with you, I suppose.
Absolutely, indeed. I did a trip with him. When I say I did a trip with him, I need to explain. I did not do a trip with him. I went on a trip with him, a journey, as opposed to a... Yes, quite. need to clear that one up, yes.
I think one of the key things about Thompson was always that whilst you couldn't necessarily believe the literal truth of the stories that he wrote, he quite often got to a deeper truth. And anybody that despised Richard Nixon couldn't be all bad. And he did despise him.
Yes,
He wrote,
that description of him was wonderful.
a particularly vicious obituary of him and stood by every word of it. Said he should have been flushed out of an open sewer in southern Los Angeles and deserved to be passing Easter Island in the belly of a hammerhead shark. I mean,
Yes.
there's no sitting on the fence there.
No, not really, but a good writer.
A good writer, I enjoyed him.
Colourful, come my word. Colourful, that understates it, doesn't it? Right, well, you scored 10 points with him. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. Which phrase concluded the Merry Melody and Looney Tunes cartoons?
That's all, folks.
Yes, which former transport ministers twice stood as the Conservative candidate for Mayor of London?
Norris, Steve Norris.
Yes, Mark Viduka, who signed for Middlesbrough in July 2004, plays international football for which country?
Australia.
Yes, what name derived from the Arabic for to make a legal decision is given to a Muslim legal expert empowered to give rulings on religious matters?
Imam.
Mufti. Which of the southern United States is divided into 64 parishes, including Beauregard, Bienville and La Salle?
Louisiana.
Yes, what popular name is given to the series of wars fought mainly on German territory, which began in 1618, originally as a religious conflict?
Pass.
The pods of which plant have a tendency to snap open, which may account for its name being used as a password in Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves?
Sesame.
Yes, what name's given to the smooth tyres fitted to racing cars in dry conditions?
Slick.
Yes, Sir Max Hastings was the editor of which daily newspaper from 1986 to 95?
The Evening Standard.
No Daily Telegraph. The rivers Goyt and Tame join at Stockport in Cheshire to form which river?
Pass.
Ronan Keating's UK #1 single When You Say Nothing At All featured in which film starring Hugh Grant?
About a boy.
Notting Hill. Born in 1734, which physician developed the theory of animal magnetism, believing it to be an invisible force or fluid which allowed one person to have influence over another?
Pass.
What is the name of the long-established street market in and around Middlesex Street in London's East End?
Portobello.
Petticoat Lane. Which of the 7 wonders of the ancient world was situated at Alexandria in Egypt?
Mausoleum of...
No, the Pharos or the Lighthouse. Born in Seattle in 1942, which guitarist had the original Christian names Johnny Allen, although his father later changed these to James Marshall?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yes. PETA is an organisation that campaigns, among other things, for the ending of the fur trade. What does the acronym PETA stand for?
People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals.
Correct. In architecture, I've started, so I'll finish. What name is used for a semicircular glazed window with radiating glazing bars, often used in the 18th century, over a door?
Skylight.
Close fanlight. Not quite a skylight. Mesmer was the name of that physician who developed that theory of animal magnetism. The rivers Goyt and Tame join the Mersey, and it was the 30 Years' War that began in 1618. 3 passes, Justin Beattie, 18 points. And now Sean Carey, please. And this is another one of those subjects that needs really an encyclopedic knowledge. The Academy Awards go back a long time, and there's been an awful lot of awards.
We have indeed, yes.
Which have been the most colourful? We do get some balmy things happening at them, don't we?
Remember the Streaker in, in the
Streaker.
1970s, yes.
And what about the Joan Crawford-Betty Davis incident, if that's...
That was the awards for 1962. They had both starred in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, but Bette Davis had got the nomination. So Joan Crawford very craftily contacted all the other nominees and said, well, if you can't make it, I'll accept the award on your behalf. Anne Bancroft accepted. Anne Bancroft won. Joan Crawford and Bette Davis were both standing in the wings, chain-smoking. Anne Bancroft's name was announced. Joan Crawford pushed Bette Davis out of the way and went on stage to accept the Oscar. Bette Davis wasn't too happy about it.
No, you could see that. A bit of chutzpah there, yeah.
That's right.
But they'll carry on, won't they? They'll go on forever.
Oh, they will. Most definitely.
Right. 11 points you had with them. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. 2 minutes. Which former Conservative cabinet minister has a surname that translates from the Spanish as gate?
Michael Portillo.
Yes. Which country singer's first British top 20 hit was Crazy in 1990, nearly 30 years after her death in a plane crash?
Patsy Cline.
Yes. In Greco-Roman mythology, who's the god of sleep and the brother of death?
Morpheus.
Hypnos. Which county cricket side is named the Outlaws when playing in the C&G Trophy?
Pass.
To what was Sir Thomas Beecham referring when he said to one of his musicians, "Madam, you have between your legs an instrument capable of delivering pleasure to thousands, and all you can do is scratch it"?
Cello.
Yes, in the United States, which banknote is sometimes called a sawbuck?
$10 bill.
Yes, to which post did Neville Chamberlain appoint Winston Churchill on 3rd of September 1939, the day of the outbreak of World War II?
Secretary for War.
No, First Lord of the Admiralty. What's the meaning of the term used in the theatre, the ghost walks?
Pass.
In physics, which lowercase letter is conventionally used to denote Planck's constant?
K.
H. In the Old Testament, which ancestor of King David refused to desert her mother-in-law Naomi after the death of her first husband, later becoming the wife of Boaz?
Ruth.
Yes. Which cheese is the new favourite of Wallace in the 2005 film Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit?
Double Gloucester.
Stinking Bishop. Used in the context of high-speed movement of data along ordinary telephone lines, what do the initials ADSL stand for?
Pass.
In 1675, who was appointed as the first astronomer royal?
Flamsteed.
Yes. In Britain, which animal denotes a zoo on a brown tourist information sign?
Pass.
3 towns were granted city status by the Queen for the millennium. Brighton and Hove and Wolverhampton were 2. Which Scottish town was the 3rd?
Stirling.
Inverness. Ridge is the term used for the outdoor grown varieties of which plant whose fruits are a popular salad ingredient?
Pass.
Which English-born author of humorous novels had a separate career as a lyricist and librettist, one of his songs being Bill in Showboat?
Ivan Novello.
No, it was P.G. Wodehouse. You had 5 passes. A cucumber is that outdoor plant. The elephant is the animal on that sign. ADSL stands for Asymmetric Digital Subscriber Line. That wonderful phrase, the ghost walks, means salaries are about to be paid in the theatre, for reasons I don't understand, and the county cricket side named the Outlaws is Nottinghamshire. 5 passes, Sean Carey, 17 points. And finally, Colin Daffern, please. And Kenneth Williams is your man. Quite an actor, a deeply tortured, insecure man.
Absolutely. I mean, the gap between his sort of public persona and this outrageous, always outrageous, always, telling stories, the funny voices, the gap between that and the actual private man, this tortured, very lonely individual who kind of wrestled with all these demons throughout his life. And of course that only came out when the diaries were published sort of 5 years or so after his death.
And yet he was a brilliant comic actor. Well, he was a good actor, full stop.
Yes, I mean, obviously the comic side is what came to the fore, but certainly he started off as a serious actor doing things like St. Joan. And then of course he was a wonderful comic actor as well, certainly, you know, and deeply loved by the public. And now he's probably best remembered as a regular actor in the Carey On films, you know, and I think that's what's lodged him in the public's affections, really.
Yes, we do remember him, don't we? Very clearly. Yeah. Well, you scored 16 points, so you're in a strong position. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. Here we go. In Indian cuisine, which side dish generally consists of yoghurt and diced cucumber flavoured with spices?
Cumin.
Righter. Which group recorded the 2004 Children in Need single, a cover version of The Pretenders' I'll Stand By You?
Girls Aloud.
Yes. In which city is there a statue of Captain Cook and an Anzac War memorial in Hyde Park?
Melbourne.
Sydney. On which piece of sporting equipment are there a number of rings, the smallest being called the tip-end ring and the largest the butt-end ring?
Hockey stick.
Fishing rod. Kinesics is the study of communication by what means in the absence of speech?
Eyes.
Body movement. Which novel begins, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of good fortune must be in want of a wife"?
Pride and Prejudice.
Yes. Which Jewish festival, whose name means lots in Hebrew, is celebrated in spring and commemorates the defeat of the plot of Haman as recorded in the book of Esther?
Hanukkah.
Purim. What is the name of the member of the horse family sometimes known as the Asiatic wild ass, which is still found in parts of Russia, Iran and Afghanistan?
Mustang.
Onaga. In the American sitcom Ally McBeal, what is the occupation of the title character?
Lawyer.
Yes. Acetate and viscose are the two types of which artificial fibre?
Pass.
In October 2003, 19-year-old Christopher Finney, a trooper in the Blues and Royals, became the youngest military recipient of which award?
Victoria Cross.
George Cross. The English painter Nicholas Hilliard, who lived from 1547 to 1619, was a noted exponent of which sort of portraiture?
Cameo.
Miniatures. Which ruler of the Franks halted the northern expansion of Muslims into Western Europe at the Battle of Poitiers in 732 AD?
Pass.
The term for which type of supporting tower originally referred to any monumental gateway, especially that of an Egyptian temple?
Turret.
Pylon. The Peak District National Park lies mainly in which county?
Derbyshire.
Yes. Which girl's name was supposedly invented by the Elizabethan soldier and poet Sir Philip Sidney in his poem Arcadia?
Rebecca.
Pamela. According to legend, Charlemagne was offered which soft French cheese at a priory near Meaux?
Camembert.
Brie was the answer to that. You had 2 passes. Charles Martel was the ruler of the Franks in question, and acetate and viscose are types of rayon. 2 passes, but Colin Daffern, 20 points. At the end of the contest, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 10 points, Neil O'Donovan. 3rd place with 17 points, Sean Carey. 2nd place with 18 points, Justin Beattie. He nudged ahead in 1st place with 20 points, Colin Daffern. Which means, of course, that he goes through to the next round. Do join us next time for more Masterminds. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Wonderful Wisteria, Women and Gardening and Weeding next with the A to Z of TV gardening here on BBC Two. Then it's live World Championship Athletics, 6 golds to be decided and Mo Farah in the 5,000 metres. Coverage starts in 45 minutes.